You know, they say the truth will set you free. But in 2026, the truth is more likely to get you investigated, or shadow banned, or labeled a threat to democracy. But you didn't tune in for safety. You tuned in for the conservative viewpoint. And I am your host, Charlie, the country conservative. But I'm not here to tuck you in. I'm here to wake you up. So lock the doors, turn up the volume, and get ready because the walls are finally closing in on people who thought they were untouchable. Let's start with the circus act over there at ABC. For years, the ladies of the View, or the piggies of the View, have used the table as a high altitude bomber to drop nonsense on the American public. But guess what? The Federal Communications Commission, or FCC, just pulled their flight permits. As of yesterday, February 9th, reports have exploded that the FCC is officially investigating the View for violating equal time rule. They had a Texas Senator Representative James something, Tarlarico something, a man running for the U.S. Senate. They let him campaign from the comfort of their coffee mugs without giving the other side a single second of airtime. Now, one of the FCC commissioners is already calling this investigation a sham, a government intimidation. Are you serious? Intimidation? Give me a break. It's called the law. You can't turn a daytime talk show into a super PAC for the left and expect the rest of us just to sit back and take it. The ladies or piggies are under the microscope, folks, and for once, they can't shout over the person asking the questions. But if you think a few loudmouths on TV like them are the biggest threat, you haven't been looking at your neighbor's garage. We have a massive national security breach unfolding right underneath of our noses. Just 5 days ago, report surplus of a second illegal biological laboratory linked to the CCP, this time in a suburban home in Las Vegas. This follows a nightmare we saw in Readily, California. We are talking about a high school. We're not talking about a high school chemistry set, people. We are talking about a mystery vials, hazardous waste, genetically engineered mice designed to catch and carry viruses. While the government tells you the public is safe, FBI agents are pulling out refrigerators labeled Ebola from residential neighborhoods. Why is China setting up shop in our suburbs? Why are they engineering pathogens in Airbnb rentals? They are planning a sale, guys. Folks, they are planning the next pandemic. While our leaders are busy arguing about pronouns, adding $6.4 billion a day to the national debt that just cleared $38.5 trillion thanks to the Democrats. So tonight, we're going to connect the dots between the propaganda on your TV and the pathogens in your backyard. This is the show that they don't want you to hear, or the night they didn't want us to have. So I am Charlie, and this is the Conservative Viewpoint, and the show begins now. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. How is everyone tonight? Yes, I got a crazy show here. Got a lot of stuff going over here, guys. It's crazy. I'm telling you what. I got some paperwork here that you will not believe on this China Biolab. We're going to get into that later in the show. But guys, we got a lot to go over here. I want to say hi to everyone that's here, and let me get Rumble kicking here, because Rumble is not starting off very well here. And we are live, Kurt. Yes, we are. All right, let's give a shout out to who we got here. We got Facebook over here. Let me kick on down here and see if make sure nobody's in there yet. Or they're not saying hi yet. They're probably in there. They're just not saying anything. So we got YouTube, we got Twitch, we got X, we got Cat Attack is over there in X right now. Welcome, Cat Attack over in X. And we will get over here. Did you get the link? If not, it's posted on my page. Okay, Kat, I'll take a look at that. I think I did, Kat. So let's get over here. We got Rumble. We got Kick. We got Getter over here. Let's get over here to the Getter gang and see what we got going off. I know it is Radical Right Sean Justice is starting us off here. I saw him before the show even started. What up, Sean? And Cecil 1776. What's going on, man? And what are we going? Shell! Hi, Shell. What's going on? Let me see. Texas John. There he is. Conrad. What's happening, Conrad? And let's keep going down the list here, see if we got anybody else happening. What's going on, guys? Yes, welcome to the show, Getter Gang. Let's shoot on over here to Rumble. We got the Rumblers over here. Let's see what we got. We got Cat McCastle over here starting us off tonight. We got Colin from Scotland. Yes, we do. We got Texas John over here, too. We got Kurt the Bayou Man. Right there he is. We got my Texas Tammy is right there. There's Texas Tammy. Guys, welcome to the show. I'm glad to see everyone tonight. We are going to get busy. I am freezing, frozen down here in my studio today. I tell you what, Pat is over there in Facebook. Hi, Pat. Pat is over in Facebook, everyone. There she is right there. All right, let me get over here to my videos. Whoop, let me put this up. Y'all can see there, get their email right there at the conservativeviewpoint@yahoo.com for pictures, for videos, anything you guys want to send me, news articles, whatever it is. Give a shout out, guys. Send them over this way. All right, guys. We are going to get busy because we got a lot to go over tonight. And didn't get much done tonight. I cleaned out my chicken coop, gave them a fresh bedding, got a little bit of painting done in the bathroom. And I'm cold as hell. Got my workout in. That's most important right there. Got to get the workout in. So, hey, got a lot to go over tonight, guys. Welcome to the show, everybody. Anyone new to the show, get your asses in chat and say hi. Can't see you without you saying hi. So come on in, have a seat, get on that typer and type it in. Hi. 2 letters. That's all you got to do, guys. So we can give you a shout out to make sure that we know you're there. Lee. What up, Lee? Lee is over there in Rumble tonight, man. There he is. What's happening? I can't get you on X. What the hell? What's going on with X? Let me go over here and check this real quick. It's not even up. I don't even see it. What the hell? Let me see if I'm up here or not. We'll find out here. Oh, that was yesterday's show. I don't know what's going on there. It shows me live. It says I'm live right there. Yep, let me see over here. And yep, there I am. Okay. I am live over there. So we're going back here. So my fucking internet just totally disappeared for a wee while. Nippy fucker of a thing. Yes, it is. I'm glad you're still here, Colin. All right, guys, let's get busy. We're going to start off with something I started off with yesterday, and we were going to start off with the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping. We're going to do these because I remember I told you there was just something that's just not right, right? Johnny's over there next. Right there he is. All right, because we're going to get into this. Now, the FBI releases a surveillance video is what they're calling it. This took them 10 days for the FBI, which they've got the best hackers in the world. They've got the best people in the world, the best computer people ever, right? And it took them 10 days to pull footage of somebody off of a Nest Cam. Somebody needs to look into that because it should not take them 10 days saying they had issues and trying to get to it and stuff like that and try to find it. Here it is. The footage that they found, it took them 10 days to find. Take a look. 10 days. 10 days to come up with that. I kind of a little suspicious if you know what I mean, because that should not take 10 days. That would take me a good day, and I suck at doing that kind of stuff. So something just don't seem right to me. So we're going to leave it at that. But they did leave it, and they also have a SWAT team deployed over there. They've got FBI's. Which team is it going over there? They got a team going over there right now. It was on my screen, but it disappeared. They got another FBI team headed that way. But the former FBI agent is stunned by unforgiving conditions complicating Nancy Guthrie's search. Because nothing could have prepared him for witnessing a desolate Arizona terrain in person, is what this other guy said. So now a former top FBI official explains why he's very skeptical of Nancy Guthrie's kidnapping narrative. Now listen to this. As the world continues to watch in fascinated horror at the developing missing person case involving Nancy Guthrie, the mother of NBC host Savannah Guthrie, of course. But over the weekend, a former FBI assistant, Chris Schwecker, spoke to Fox News about the publicized case, and he wasn't so quick to buy the kidnapping angle. Right, he says, I think the Guthrie family is playing this out, Schwecker told the Big Weekend Show. And he continued, this is about all they have right now. All they are, making it very clear that they will pay. Since Nancy Guthrie was seemingly abducted from her house on January 31st, the prevailing narrative has been that she was kidnapped from her Arizona home. And the family has made it clear that they would pay any ransom to get Nancy back, which anybody would, right? Schwecker, however, is a bit dubious about whether or not there actually is any ransom. The question really is, and I'm very skeptical of this, he says, is this really a kidnapping? Schwecker is telling Fox this. Does somebody really have Nancy, or is she really alive? I don't think we have the answers to those questions right now. Schwecker, certain factors, such as the lack of proof of life, as why he is not convinced this is a kidnapping. He also pointed out that the investigation teams are still searching the house, including the backyard and so-called manholes in it. This means that someone or something other than a kidnapping is still in play. They are giving some leeway for some possibility that there is not a kidnapping, he explained. And as I said, he said that he is very skeptical that this is one in the first place. Now, this just came out today. So when I said this just doesn't seem right, this is where I'm talking about, guys. Just doesn't seem right that they take 10 days to come up with this video or the Nest Cam photos that shouldn't take that long to get out. So I'm having problems with this, but of course we're going to leave this and see what happens in the coming days, because they said another lapse in ransom demand has lapsed already and nothing's come about it. So they keep sitting there putting these pleas on there like good actresses does, but something just doesn't seem right to me. So we're going to watch this and we're going to see what happens with this, guys. So we're going to keep going here. Get this. We talked about the SAVE Act yesterday, and this has to pass. And yet, no, it has not voted on yet. But we got dumbass Schumer got all pissy today because Schumer claims that voter ID was Jim Crow, and we talked about that yesterday. But he is floored that 71% of Democrats support this. That's no lie. I want you to take a listen for yourself.
Jess, there's a new Pew Research poll that 95% of Republicans, but also 71% of Democrats like this idea. So why do you not?
It's Jim Crow 2.0. And I called it Jim Crow 2.0, and the right wing went nuts all over the internet. That's because they know it's true. What they're trying to do here is the same thing that was done in the South for decades to prevent people of color from voting. For instance, if you change, you're a woman who got married and changed your last name, you won't be able to show ID and you'll be discriminated against. If you can't find a birth certificate or a proper ID, you'll be discriminated against. This is vicious and nasty. And I said to our Republican colleagues, it will not pass the Senate. You will not get a single Democratic vote in the Senate. We're not reviving Jim Crow all over the country. And when the American people hear what exactly it is doing and what its intent is doing, they're going to be against it as well.
Now, you heard that for yourself right there. And it was not the right that went nuts over his Jim Crow remark. It was his own side. It was his own party that was freaking out over this. He is actually calling blacks stupid and that they can't get a driver's license. They can't get an ID. How the people cannot sit there and vote for these dumbasses. And he continues with his lies and bullshit about this, because that's a fact that I guarantee you 95% of the people that drive have a driver's license. There's some, that don't, so I'm going to leave it at 95%. So, but this is just crazy to me how he could sit there and literally just tell the black people that they are too damn dumb to go to a driver's center and get your license or get an ID. And he's saying it right out in public. It just dumbfounds me to no end. Yes, Pat said right. Fetterman is all for it. There's a lot of Democrats that are all for it. And you heard it right there. 20 or 71% of them want it. So these people do not listen to the people. They are not for Americans. So it's all a lie. They hate everyone. It's all about them. That's all it's about. They don't care what the people actually want, because they wouldn't lie to people, then they're sheep, and try to brainwash them over this. Who would not want a fair and free election? And by illegals voting is not fair. As simple as that. It's not a legal election. I don't care if it's one illegal person voting in our country. It should void the whole damn election, period. You find one in every state, you're going to find 1,000. Guaranteed. So it just makes no sense whatsoever. Exactly, Shell. She says lots of rhinos love the SAVE Act. It's just a fact that they want this, but you've got people like this dumbass old dinosaur that's lying to people. They want it, and they don't care. It proves again, and I don't know how many times we've got to prove that the Democrats hate everyone except the illegals, because the illegals don't know any better. You give them free shit, they're going to vote for it. Oh, yeah, they're going to vote even though they're not allowed to vote. They probably don't even understand they are not allowed to vote. Fixer, what's happening? Rock Justice, what's happening, man? All right, let's keep going. Man, oh, dang. It's so cold, my nose running. That's crazy, right? Oh, my goodness. Republicans introduce Omar Act, get this, to deal with corruption in Congress. Republican members of Congress introduced a legislation at the end of last month, meant to target colleagues suspected of using campaign funds for personal and familial benefits. The bill is known as the Oversight Member and Relatives Act, also known as the Omar Act, and it was filed by Representatives Tom Tiffany and Tony Weed, both Republicans from Wisconsin. The Omar Act prevented campaign funds from benefiting spouses of lawmakers and required the candidates to disclose any payments made to immediate family. They already have these laws on the books. That is illegal to use them toward families like this. And they're not following any of the laws, so they're not going to try to make another law. This is pretty pathetic, which brokered the news of the bill that noted that Omar, a Democrat from Minnesota, reportedly, raghead herself, shelled out $2.8 million to political consulting firm owned by her husband. I don't know if this is her husband, brother, or a regular husband in 2019 to 2020 campaign season. She should be automatically booted from Congress and thrown in jail for campaign finance fund fraud. And guess what? Our weak-ass Republicans aren't doing shit about it. Some places you can go to jail for no ID, and 50 years ago, that was the case. Right, but you got the dumbasses in here now that just sit there and wants to blame it on the blacks. So now everything's the blacks' fault because they can't get there. That's why he don't want it, because the blacks can't get their IDs. Oh, my God. Here we go. This comes from the House, and they're going to hold another hearing. Another hearing on top of the thousands that they've been holding since bumbling Biden was in office, and nothing has come out of any of them. So here we go, another one that they're going to be holding. A Sharia-free America. Why political Islam and Sharia law are incompatible with the U.S. Constitution. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Do we need another hearing to prove that? There is no other law other than the U.S. Constitution, period. You don't bring some Muslim made-up bullshit into our country and think you're going to add another law like this or their laws to our country of laws. Wrong. It doesn't happen. We do not need a hearing to tell them that. There is nothing, no other, will never be another law other than the U.S. Constitution. It's as simple as that. But this is what your dumbass Republicans are doing right now. Oh, yeah. Holding another bullshit hearing to have nothing done, which they'll probably let this happen because they've got no balls whatsoever. Let me fix this real quick. I got a tab that is messing me up over there and get her. The darkness hates the light. Yes, that's a fact right there. Here we go. I do not like, never will like, and he might as well be Democrat. Massey drops a bombshell after review of unredacted Epstein files helps put name to alleged co-conspirator. But we've already talked about this, right? The FBI already said there was no sex trafficking done by Epstein. But now we got Massey and Rokon again over here. And the one name that Massey gives was a name that we've already had, which is, let me find it here real quick. All right, where the hell did it go? The Victoria's Secret CEO, Lex Wexner. We already heard about this. He's already come out in the flight logs and stuff like that. So it's no difference, but he's making it sound like it's a big deal. Woo! He found his name. So these other names that Rokon read out loud in Congress, and I cannot say half of these names, but these are names supposedly they found in the unredacted version of the Epstein files that we did not get. Salvador Norara, Zarab Mikaldez, whatever, Leonic Leonov, Nicola Caputo, Sultan Ahmad bin Salami or something, I don't know, and Leslie Wecker. So these are just names that they're throwing out there that they're saying it's on there. But if the FBI has already said there's been no sex trafficking done, so what's the deal now? Because the FBI has closed the case, right? All the names are gone except for these 6. Oh, yeah. But there's been no sex trafficking. And you got a woman locked up over there and Ghislaine Maxwell for not trafficking anybody for anything. So I'm pretty sure that the victims that we saw on TV that didn't put their names out, but they were seen on TV are like pissed off right now because the pedophiles are getting away with everything that was done to them since they were children. Oh, yeah. This is the most pathetic thing I have ever seen in my life. When you got a government protecting pedophiles, you got Hollywood elites getting protected for their pedophilia bullshit, and nothing is going to be done about it. Nothing. I'm still waiting for Suicide Weekend when pictures and videos start leaking. Exactly, Fix. I'm waiting for that too. All right, what else we got? Oh yeah, Democrats are going to shut down the very people that protect our country. Oh yeah, because they are still pushing for these illegal criminals to stay in this country so they can win an election. Wait a second here, we got something over here. Jamie Raskin on Sunday's show, and Liz Ward answered while she was against the SAVE Act talking point. Well, give me some stuff on that there, Sean. What is it? Give me some more on there. Give me some more on that. I did not get to see that. But anyways, yes, they are going to shut down the DHS, and DHS controls multiple agencies now. And Dan Bongino had Kristi Noem, man, is she hot, on his show today, did an interview with her, and she was putting off everything, and she named off a lot of the agencies and stuff, and the lies that the Democrat are pushing, saying only 14% of the people that have been arrested has a criminal record. They don't tell you is 71% are still waiting that have prior charges and charges now here in the U.S. They don't tell you that. They tell you a story. They do not tell you the story. That 85% of the people have criminal records. They're just waiting for their hearings to go through. This is the patheticness of the fake news media. This is what you get when they tell you a story, not the complete story. They just tell you enough to sit there and go, oh shit, 14%, that's it? Oh my God. And these Democrats and these liberals run with it. Their heads are, oh my God, look at all this going crazy. And oh yeah, this is what you get with the fake news media. That's why you come here, to get the truth, to get the whole story and nothing but the story, right? Oh yeah, here we go. All right. Let's keep going. What else we got here? FBI secretly prepared for disputed election and political violence in 2020. Wow, no kidding. Really? Yes. The FBI, get this, didn't know anything was going to happen, right? So here we go. The FBI conducted a tabletop exercise in the summer of 2020 that imagined what sort of violence might ensue in a contested presidential election that year, devising strategies like undercover informants, mass prosecutions for minor crimes that it would later use with January 6th Capitol riot, documented, obtained by Just the News, showed. Oh yeah, they run these scenarios way prior to all this stuff going on. So tell me this was not a fixed deal. Tell me this was not planned for this Capitol riot to happen, because they already knew it. They were planning this. They already had their prosecutions in place. They already probably had warrants. They were probably already pinging people's phones and everything. This is what they've done. Oh, yes. This was all a plan from the get-go. Yes, Kristi Noem. Why are you laughing, Fix? She is hot. They're providing food judicial system beyond repair. Oh, everything is a joke. And when we say that we're being lied to by both sides, that is a fact. It is no lie. It is a fact. We're being lied to. We're being told enough to keep us shut up, which we don't shut up. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. All right, let's keep going. What else we got here? We got a lot of stuff here. We still got a lot of stuff. Okay. In stunning reversal, the Trump DOJ seeks to dismiss Steve Bannon's J6 conviction and indictment. Yeah, before they wasn't going to do it. Now all of a sudden this came up. In a stunning reversal, the Trump Justice Department on Monday asked the Supreme Court and federal judge to dismiss the criminal contempt indictment and conviction of Steve Bannon for refusing to testify in the January 6th investigation by Congress, declaring such a request is in the interest of justice years after years of political weaponized lawfare by the Democrats. That is a fact. And of course, when you go to the Democrats and you go to these dumbass liberals, oh my God, he didn't weaponize nothing. It was legal. They're so damn stupid they can't even think straight for themselves. All right. It's crazy. I'm telling you what. I'm not even. I have to pay attention to everything here, and I'm not even paying attention over here. Oh, Lee's over there, Facebook too. All righty. Let me look down through. Becky, hi Becky. Becky was over there, and I'm not paying attention. I got to pay attention to there too. So, all right, here we go. What do we got now? Trump administration draws a line in the sand and signals non-compliance with Judge Boasberg's order in the Trendiagua case. The Department of Justice is apparently no longer willing to play ball with the U.S. District Judge James Boasberg. He's an activist judge who has spent the past year frustrating the Trump administration's efforts to keep suspected criminals, non-citizens, out of their homeland. Oh, yeah, out of our homeland. Put them back in theirs. So the turning point signaled in the court filing last week, but all but guarantees a showdown between Boasberg and the government's attorneys in the case of JGG versus Trump on Monday, and a possible return to the U.S. Supreme Court. This is ridiculous. These activist judges, just like him, and all these other those guys should be removed from the bench. I don't know why these Republicans aren't doing something. Marianne. It just dumbfounds me. They're going to have to sit up and pick their balls out their wife's purse and start playing by the Democrats' rules. You got to, because you're never going to get anything done if you keep playing with your balls in your wife's purse. And that is what they're doing. Got to get things changed, guys. We don't have anybody in there that's worth a piss and heels. They're not worth nothing. It's as simple as that. Everywhere is freaks and Harrys, dykes, fairies. Tell me where this is sanity. There is no sanity, Conrad. None whatsoever. The Democrats have caused the biggest mental illness in this country that we have ever seen, and nobody wants to fix it. They are red Democrats. Exactly, radical right. I would love to change the world too, Dover. And that's what we're trying to do here, one episode at a time. Just doesn't seem like we're getting any leadway here. So we'll have to see what's going on. Let me go back here and check here. What is this one? Not yet. We're not ready for that one. So, all right. Let's go back down through here real quick. And I see my pad over there. His pad is over there. Okay. Who let the dogs out? Yeah. That's the Democrats. All right. Here we go. HUD demands tenants prove citizenship after worrying audit results. Oh, yeah. More than 200,000 tenants across all federally funded housing units to have their eligibility verified after an audit found that high levels of deceased and foreign tenants are taking over the HUD places. That is meant for Americans. Oh, yeah. They have 6,000 that are not Americans. Oh, yeah. They also found 25,000 dead people. They're renting apartments. Really? 25,000. I'm not lying to you guys. You can't make this shit up. 25,000 tenants who are dead, and the rest of them are about 6,000 that are not Americans. Illegals taking over American apartments. You'll wonder why the housing crisis is so bad. There you go. And I guarantee you the 25,000 dead people, there are illegals laying in those things. And what are they called? They are called, what are they called? When they, and I had them in one of my houses that I had. Where they just sit there and they take over somebody's house. What the hell are they called? I know you guys will get it. Radical right? Get it out there, man. But yes, these people are taking over American houses, and you wonder why it's happening. Squatters. That's what they are. They are squatters. Thank you. Nobody told me that. I finally figured it out. But yes, this is what's going on. 20,000 homes are getting built in England. And Trump is putting out there, they put out a bill that will help the housing crisis that the Democrats have caused. And it's going to be good. I believe it passed, and it's probably on tomorrow's show. I believe they voted on it, and it already passed a whopping like 309 to something. Oh, yeah. So this housing bill that they put through is going to be something that's going to make a lot of difference. Squatter, thank you, Fixer, over there. And Radical Right over there. Got you guys. Thank you very much for that. Ban income taxes that aren't just wasting squat. Exactly. That's what the problem is. If the Americans could have their houses, if you get these illegals the hell out of our country. All right, guys, let's get on to the little Miss Piggies of The View. They are under FCC investigation for breaking the Federal Communications Commission laws as far as equal time goes, as far as candidates. Oh, yeah. And you heard it if you were on the, if you were here at the beginning when I did my monologue, they just gave this dude from Texas the whole time. 0 for the opponents. Nothing. That is illegal. So, according to Brendan Carr, he is putting him under investigation. Find the hell out of Disney. Make it so big they have to sell Disney. Oh, yeah. These pigs on The View needs to be put out of our misery. They need to be taken off the air, removed for good. Remove Disney's FCC license. Take that away and see what happens. I'll bet you don't get rid of The View then. Pull their license and see what happens. I can't stand any damn one of those people. They need to go. Not the India kind of squatters. No, not those convicts. Wasting our tax dollars on Somali daycare. That's another one there, Rock Justice. Remove all news. Oh, yeah. Get them gone. Get them gone. Get all the fake news. Remove all their license and make them reissue for a new license and charge the shit out of them. And if they do not follow the rules, they're done. Simple as that. All right, we got House Committee investigates left-wing organizations showing chaos across the United States. House Ways and Means Committee, Jason Smith, clashed with one of his Democratic colleagues during a hearing on foreign influence over U.S. nonprofits Tuesday. Smith butted heads with Lloyd Doggett, who gives a shit, during Tuesday's hearing after Smith called out the Future Farmers of America and receiving funds from a Chinese Communist Party group. Oh, yeah. This is what's going on with China. And this stuff needs to stop. We have got so much going on with China right now, guys. This is going to blow your mind when we get through it. But this is why they brought this up about China is putting funds in to cause the riots and everything that you're seeing going on. They're not the only ones, though. What else we got here? This anti-ICE sheriff has been humiliated by the Republicans with one simple question during a hearing that was just yesterday or the day before. If you did not catch this, this was hilarious. I do not think I downloaded the video, but I'm going to tell you about it. No, it's not. I did not get it. But I did watch this. This sheriff And I gotta admit something after I tell you this. This sheriff was asked, and this is a question I'll put out to you guys. What part of the judicial branch, or what part of which branch does the sheriffs fall under? That's what I'm going to put out to you guys. I got to tell you, I did not know. I thought I knew what it was. He thought he didn't know at first, and then the Republican gave him the three branches of our government, and he asked him, which one do you belong to? Well, I guessed the same one he did. So I'm going to sit there and tell you that Sean over here in Getter is exactly right. That's the real answer. That is not what I thought. So if anyone else has got a clue, I'm going to wait for Rumble to pick up here. I'm not sure what kind of a delay that we're going on right now. When it was in Wimpkin, it was a big delay. So, but Radical Right Sean got it right. So do you guys know what branch that the sheriff falls under? Now, just to top off the top of your head, you think, they are part of the justice system, right? And I thought, okay, judicial system, which I was wrong. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe, right? Me, wrong, right? I know that's what you're thinking. Don't tell me it's not. Okay, but I am wrong. And Radical Right Sean is right. He falls under the executive branch of the government, which I did not know. He did answer the judicial. Just off the top of my head, that's what I would have thought. Under the Justice Department for people that are in, but he's not. Yes, he falls under the executive branch of the government. Well done, Sean. All right, let me find my mouse here. I can see it down here, but I cannot get it to get up there to remove this article. All right. What else we got here? Federal Appeals Court hands Trump a big win to end protections for migrants from 3 nations. Oh, yes. This is another big win that they did mention today on Dan Bongino with Kristi Noem. And it's all going to come about. They are all letting them, everything that the Democrats have sued about, it's coming back to be, Trump is following the laws in this country. And where the hell did it go? I know there was the 3 country. It was, I thought it was Haiti. Oh, it's Nepal, Honduras, and Nicaraguan. Those are the ones that are done. They're out of here. What they were in here for was a temporary visas. And temporary means not permanent, right? So this is why they are ending the protection for these people. Here it is. Here it is right here. Trump administration cleans house, bust 50 plus suspected fugitive felons living in taxpayer-funded housing in just one Ohio city. Oh, yes. This is what happens here. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office Operation Clean House targeting suspects living in HUD housing. This is what we were talking about before. Why I skipped that over, I do not know why. But this is what's going on. These people are living in there and shouldn't be. And they're finding this is just Ohio. So, all right, let's go. Holy racism, you dumb fuck. Left-winger influence peddles false narrative about Sad Bunny's halftime show and gets obliterated. This dumbass, I don't even know who this person is. Oh, yeah, we do. This dumbass, Ed Krasenstein, posted that the little boy that was up here with this Sad Bunny, I didn't get to see it. I don't want to see that fag on there doing his dancing and Spanish bullshit. But this Ed Krasenstein said that little boy up there was the one that ICE had in custody, saying that he was in custody. It's the one that they were taking care of when the father abandoned him, when he ran away like a little bitch that he is. Yeah, he said that was the little boy up there. It was not. That little boy up there with Sad Bunny was a paid actor. And this Krasenstein dude, whatever he is, in left wing put pansy ass. Sorry, ladies. Was making shit up on here. He got totally annihilated on here about that. It was funny as hell. All right, guys, here's the part that I wanted to tell you about. The Chinese scientists have embraced U.S. colleges and working with Chinese military-linked firm in our colleges. Now, we are training these people in our colleges, probably the majority of them, for free on our tax dollar. Oh, yeah, by these colleges. Because a recent watchdog report revealed that several top-ranked American universities have brought in Chinese academics who have linked to Chinese military-linked technology. Firms like Tech Behemoth, Huawei, and other Chinese firms linked to the CCP state security endeavors. These are the people and who are teaching these people to do lab work and stuff like that. That's where this comes into play. House Intel chairman warns that China is setting up illicit biolabs in the U.S. to seed the next pandemic. I am not lying to you guys. I got handed this after I got this up here. Now, I want you to listen to this, guys, because this is very important. We got to get through this really fast. This was an Intel brief. The blackout protocol whistleblower data. And the source is an alleged former senior systems architect from a tier 1 Silicon Valley firm who claims to have seen the back end integration between federal agencies and private ISP, internet service providers, and the kill switch. The document described a software architecture designed to trigger a digital quarantine in specific U.S. zip codes. The protocol is triggered by a glitch and it is reportedly tied to the Health Emergency Tier 4 declaration. The links directly to your story about the illicit Chinese biolabs. This just came out of Vegas, guys. Oh, yeah, I'm going to show you a video here in a second. This mechanism, the whistleblower claims the software can geofence internet access if a lab leak is reported in the city of Las Vegas or Fresno. And this is where it came from, guys. The protocol allows the immediate blackout of social media, independent news uploads, and the specific area to prevent the spread of misinformation. So this is a fact that this could happen, and they could black us out from the internet totally. The connection of home located at Springs Drive in Las Vegas, this is where this came from, is owned by Jia Beizu, whoever the hell that is. His name is a CCP-linked national currently in custody for 2023 Redley, California lab. The FBI and the SWAT team raided this house January 31st of this year. Inside a locked garage found over 1,000 samples of biological material, centrifuges, industrial-grade refrigerators. The pathogens that they found: Ebola, HIV, tuberculosis, malaria, hepatitis, the dengue fever. 1,000 transgenic mice genetically engineered to catch and carry the COVID-19 virus. Guys, this is what's happening right in front of our face. It's not a lie. Take a look at this. Play it.
New court documents allege multiple people became deathly ill after spending time at an illegal biolab inside a Las Vegas home.
Our investigators identified a significant volume of material, including various vials and storage containers with liquids of different colors and compositions.
According to newly released court records, police were tipped off by a former cleaning employee who told investigators she entered the garage, which was usually locked, and found refrigerators, freezers, glass beakers with reddish liquid, and equipment she believed was lab-related, along with a foul, stagnant smell. She told police she and a handyman both got deathly ill days later, suffering breathing issues, extreme fatigue, and muscle aches. She allegedly told police others who lived in the home, renting rooms off of sites like Airbnb Airbnb became sick as well. Authorities arrested the property manager, Ori Solomon, who now faces state and federal charges, including improper disposal of hazardous waste tied to biological agents. Investigators say the case may be linked to another illegal biolab discovered in California, allegedly run by a Chinese national arrested in 2023.
That defendant has pleaded not guilty and is awaiting trial, but so far officials have not released test results from the seized materials. Now that's been sent to a secure lab in Maryland. Authorities say the investigation is ongoing and they warn the public there is no known active threat at this time in that neighborhood.
It's scary.
It is.
But this is the stuff that we've got going on in here, guys. They have every right. They made this blackout option to black us out so we can't hear of exactly what's going on. That's a major censorship if I ever heard one. Oh yeah, because they know what's going to happen because that's all those little Chinamen, it's these Democrats that in our country across the border. And if I would go back to all my videos and show you all the little Chinamen that they let in here without vetting them, and now this shit's happening. This is why I told you guys, keep your head on a swivel with the terrorists. And now China, they're setting up, guys. This is a chess game, and they are positioning themselves to attack. That's what's going to happen, guys. It'll be sprayed in the air. You're probably not far off with that, radical right. What else we got? Oh, yeah, here we go. Socialism in New York is getting better and better every day. But guess what? These people better wake up in New York because these people are freezing in New York because of McDummy. Socialism's bitter chill. New York City tenants freeze while McDummy fiddles around and living in their apartments and their heat's not working. They thought a guy was boiling water to get something to drink. No, he was trying to keep warm because their heat was out. 215,000 heat complaints. Blowing past last year's figures of tens of thousands, they had 215,000. No hot water, no heat, nothing. This is McDummy. This is what you get when you hire a Muslim jihadist that has never worked a day in his life except a failed rapper. Oh, yeah. And I did not find that video yet, guys. But this is what happens. These New Yorkers are finding out the hard way, and it's a shame it has to come to this. Now, there's the tunnel in New Mexico. These people moved into the tunnel, and they tunneled underneath of their houses. Oh, yeah. And crime is through the roof in New Mexico. Why? We got a Democrat-run state right there in New Mexico. Yes. And these people are making tunnels underneath their houses. Bet you go, you know what those are going through, huh? Criminal activity going crazy in New Mexico. And this is what they're doing. There was even concrete. There were bricks inside of it. It was a pretty large tunnel that was built into the backyard of the house that led to joining Arroyo, whatever the hell that's called, Arroyo. Oh, yeah. This is what's going on in Mexico, guys. Had to get those out there. Had to get the Chinese one out there because this is what's going on. We are getting destroyed from inside of our country now because of these Democrats and what they have allowed into this country to ruin this country. And you got idiots in there, the liberals won't believe a damn word that's being said. And I've showed you the proof. The facts is there. It's not a lie. You can't make this shit up, guys. I'm telling you what. These people are idiots. China is supposedly cashing in on the U.S. Treasury bond. Exactly, Pat. They are facts on that. And there's just so much. Becky even said when I was talking about that Sad Bunny deal, yes, the kid was a paid actor. And this that left that crash and stuff. He's a piece of shit, obviously. I know I blocked him because he's a lying piece of shit. It's unreal. Guys, this is crazy, right? Didn't get into the videos that I wanted to show you guys tonight, but we will get into some more. Thursday's coming up here soon. I got CNN. Actually, that Abby, what's her face on CNN, Abby Phillips, that black woman that tries to shut up everybody on there from telling the truth. Well, she actually goes on there and calls one of her people, a panelist, a liar. Oh, yeah, we'll show you that. I'm going to show you a piece of shit Philadelphia DA. Oh, yeah. We got a lot, but Thursday's coming around, guys. Throwback Thursday. I got a lot of great shit for you guys. I got some great videos you're going to want to see. We got some ones that I haven't got to yet, but I tell you what do we got here? We got 10 times actors lost control on the Carol Burnett show. Oh, it's going to be funny. What else we got here? I can get a Throwback Thursday here. Oh, what the cost of living was in the 70s compared to now? Oh, you're going to want to see this. Hey, we got some snacks that did not make it from the 80s. Oh, yeah, we got a lot of good stuff coming up on Throwback Thursdays. I got me 3 new movies. We're going to test out your skills, guys. So, hey, come tomorrow, Wednesday, and we'll get on to the next bit. I got a bunch of stuff in inbox right now waiting to get put out. The Tunnel of Tattoo. Yeah, me too, Fix. I need some more tattoos. I've still got some blank spots around. So, hey, guys, thank you for tuning in tonight, guys. I'm glad you made it. I'm freezing. We're going to get off of here so I can go warm up. Oh, yes. Sit up there, and I'm going to go watch some TV. So what the hell? I'm going to go relax before. I got to chill out before I go because I get all wound up on the show, and I can't sleep. It takes me about an hour or so to get chilled out so I can relax and go to sleep. So, hey, guys, thank you again for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share anything you can do for me to spread the word, to get the truth out, to get more people in here. They'll love the show. I guarantee it. Once they're in, you're fixed. You're hooked, man, right? Thank you, Fries. Here, I'm going to leave you with this because I told you tonight would be heavy. We looked at the FCC's move to muzzle The View. We looked at the literal jars of death found in Nevada's garage. But listen to me, guys. If they are willing to put Ebola in your suburbs, what are they willing to put in your bank accounts, guys? Tonight, and I got it here for tomorrow night, guys. You're not going to believe it, too. I got another one. Tonight was about the threats you can see. Tomorrow night, we talk about the threats you can't see until it's too late. I have just been handed a report on a secret meeting between the World Economic Forum and top U.S. Treasury officials. And they are just tracking, they're not just tracking your money anymore. I can't tell you the rest, but they are preparing to program it. You'll want to tune in tomorrow, guys, to hear what I've got to say. It's very important. It affects us all. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys, I am exposing the financial kill switch. If you think the blackout protocol was scary, wait until you see what happens when they can turn off your ability to buy groceries because because of your conservative viewpoint. Hey guys, thank you for riding with me tonight. You are the front line. So stay loud, stay free, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow night, right after the Rebel Chick with a Cause. It starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys, because this is the Conservative Viewpoint, and we are still just getting started. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow night. Good night, everyone.